and that's also indication that the price is going to hit to the upside. So I'll be focusing around this 11,600 level if I use this daily CPR, because the price of Bitcoin is increasing since March and the coin supply on exchanges, the balance looks very stable. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining in. So guys, today we are also going to start our analysis with this CPR, because right now where the price is, we are actually holding around this 10,900 to 11,000 level. And also if you look at this price structure carefully, you will notice that this price structure here is forming a pennant, because if you look at this now here guys, you will notice that this pennant has a high possibility to break to the upside. So in this case, if this is going to break to the upside guys, our target level is exactly here, which is going to be around this 11,650 to 11,700 level. So if you look at this in an hourly candle guys, you are actually going to see a pennant forming. And also if you want to look at this in a different perspective guys, you can also actually use the parallel channel to notice the movement of this price structure, because now this is also indicating me, hey, maybe we are currently heading a sideways before breaking to the upside. So in this case right now, if I also switch the CPR into daily CPR guys, let's switch it into daily CPR, you will notice this price structure here guys. So if you look at this here in a daily CPR, we can notice something very interesting scenario unfolding, because now this here, the blue line, this is a very narrow CPR. What does narrow CPR indicates? A narrow CPR is usually indicating us there is going to be a high volatility coming in the market, because if you look at this narrow CPR actually led us to a really nice move to the upside, right? It doesn't mean that the price has to move to the upside guys. This can also indicate, hey, the volatility is going to be there, because if the price is going to break this support level, there is also a chance price falling to the downside. But I showed you with the monthly CPR that it is actually forming a pennant and our market is also heading to the sideways. There is a possibility for price to break to the upside. So in this case, if this is indicating me right now, hey, volatility is entering the market, so this, for me, looking at this price structure, I'll be focusing on this two level in a daily CPR. So in this case, I'll be focusing around this 11,600 level if I use this daily CPR, because this daily CPR is indicating me volatility is going to be entering the market. So there might be a pump waiting us ahead, because if you look at the past CPR guys, you can notice that this CPR actually was a really nice indication that there is going to be a huge pump coming, right? That's why we saw this huge price rally to the upside. And also if you notice this here, this was actually also a narrow CPR, but nothing much happened, because this narrow CPR was preparing ourselves for this big move to the upside guys. So if today there is not going to be volatility involved in the market guys, this is also preparing ourselves for the next big run. Now actually switch the CPR back to the monthly CPR. So now if you look at this here, you will notice that this here is our daily CPR level. So that's why the price is now holding around this particular level. So what I'm actually expecting is a breakout to the upside. And you can also notice that why is price not reversing to the downside and why it's actually holding around this particular level. Because if you look at this price structure here and look at the past Bitcoin price action, when you see this kind of weak rejection of resistance line, of monthly resistance line, this usually gives us a strong indication that trend is going to reverse back to the CPR level. And it actually did, you can see, right, which led us exactly at the CPR level. So you can also see price failed to break to the upside. It came back right around this CPR level. But if you look in our case guys, it is actually holding very strong around this resistance line. This is showing me that, hey, people are not selling around this particular level. So to prove this, that the people are actually, or these big whales are not selling at this moment or thinking that the price of Bitcoin is still undervalued, I'm going to show you one very interesting on-chain analysis guys. So guys, if we actually look at this metric here, you can see that right now, this here, the green line here is the Bitcoin price. And the red line is the coin supply on exchanges as percentage of total supply. And which you can see here, if you look at this coin supply on exchanges, there is no large scale deposit in exchange. Well, things maybe the current price is still undervalued, so they aren't taking any profit at per today's analysis, guys. You can see here the price of Bitcoin is increasing since March, and the coin supply on exchanges, the balance looks very stable. So this is also giving us a very nice scenario that, hey, right now this is also indicating me that there is a possibility for price still to continue to the upside, guys. And now let's look into another very interesting scenario. So guys, now if you look at this price structure here, this is a very interesting idea. If you look at this price structure here, guys, above here, this is a normal Bitcoin chart in a daily time frame, and below here, this is the Bitcoin dominance. So what we are going to do today is we are going to combine the price action of Bitcoin and the Bitcoin dominance to see if there is any possibility for price to breaking out to the upside. So because if you look at this price structure here to the upside, guys, you can see this was our consolidation phase. You can see here, right? This here, it was a consolidation phase for us. So before the market started rally to the upside, this longer period consolidation phase occurred, and now after this consolidation phase we had this markup. So this markup actually led us to a really nice run towards the 12,000 level. So this here now, if you look at this properly, this is also a consolidation phase, which is indicating, hey, this is a Wyckoff's reaccumulation phase for now, because the price is also actually showing a really nice move to the upside. But if you look here below, guys, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, when you see this dominance of Bitcoin descending or falling, that's the sign when we can actually expect a new pump at the market. Because if you see this kind of Bitcoin dominance actually decreasing after this consolidation phase, when you see this kind of breakout happening, that's also an indication that now the dominance can actually signal us the price movement of Bitcoin, because this dominance here breaking above the structure here led to a really nice pump. And also you can notice that while the dominance of Bitcoin decreasing around this level, we were also consolidating at this stage. You can see here above, right? And before we actually broke this level here and also broke this consolidation phase, I showed you very nicely here, this was the perfect entry phase here, this consolidation breakout, and then we had this very nice run to the upside, and this dominance also started to increase. And now you can see similar case where we are at the moment, guys. This is also showing that, hey, you can see this is also a consolidation phase, and you can see here breaking above this upper line of this channel here, guys. This is also showing me, hey, around this area, this is similar case just like here from our 2019-2018 chart, because this was a longer consolidation period and this was also a longer consolidation in our case, right? This was almost like 90 days. And if you look below here, Bitcoin dominance was also significantly decreasing. Now you had this bump to the upside, the dominance started rising, and now this here breaking above the upper line is also indicating, hey, if this is going to be a similar scenario just like here from the past Bitcoin price action, now this Bitcoin taking dominance indicates a breakout, I mean a price pump to the upside. So now where we are, this is exactly here, just like here from the past price action. This is indicating if you enter here, there is a very high possibility for price now to further grow to the upside, because according to the Wyckoff, this is also a reaccumulation phase. So reaccumulation phase usually has a mark of rally to the upside. So guys, now if you look at this scenario in a whole, this is also indicating, hey, now the Bitcoin dominance might be taking over the market, and that's also indication that the price is going to hit to the upside. And guys, now also another very interesting chart we are going to look into is this here, guys. So guys, now this here is order book heat map, and this is from Trading Light. And if you look at this price structure right now and go through the order book, we can see some really interesting things. Because if I look at this here order book, guys, you can see here above here, those are all the limit sell orders, and below here the blues are all the limit buy orders. So the orders below the current Bitcoin price are the limit buy orders, and these are the orders above the current Bitcoin price. These are all limit sell orders. So if there is a lot of selling pressure around this limit sell order area, guys, after reaching that particular level, price tends to reverse. And also if there is a high demand areas, after reaching the demand area, price usually reverse back to the upside. So what I mean by that, if you look at this here, this liquidation pool like this breaking to the upside, you can see we actually got a strong weak rejection, because we had a selling pressure around that particular level. And if you look at this price structure where we are right now, guys, we can see there are some limit sell order popping here on the right hand side. Around 11,400 we have 956 Bitcoin sell walls, and also around this 11,500 we have another 436 Bitcoin sell wall popping right now. And if you go below here around 10,000 area, you can see on limit buy order side around this 10,700 or this 10,600 we do have 445 buy walls, and also around this 10,500 we have another 464 buy order. So now if you look at this here price structure, around this level we have some demand right now, and there is a supply around this particular level. So we can see some rejection of for price to breaking above, because now we are also seeing some sell order popping around this 11,500 level. And also if you switch or look into different exchanges, let's also look into other derivative exchange like BitMEX. You can see here guys that around this particular level it also looks like, hey, now in BitMEX we can see there are some demand around this 10,700 10,800 level, and here we can see some sell wall popping up around this 11,200. You can see here those here. Let's look at this. So here you can see around 11,190 there is 7.9 million contracts ready to be sold. So now you can see with different exchanges, also on spot exchanges. Let's look at Coinbase for example. So you can see here around this area the demand is actually around this 10,500 level, and supply you can see big walls around 11,500 level and 11,000 or 12,000 level popping around this area. So you can see here there are a lot of supply around this particular areas, and demand we have after price reaching the 10,000 below 10,000 level. There are some big demands around this particular area. So now if we are looking at this price action here with different derivative exchanges or on spot exchanges, we can also see that currently where we are, there are not that much selling pressure and also not that much buying pressure popping. So that's the reason why we are also heading in a sideways direction. So guys, this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, smash the like button and also hit the subscribe button if you're watching this video for the first time. So guys, by saying this, I'm signing off. My name is Anup. Bye bye.